Welcome. Welcome to the live session from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. To adjust it. You guys ready for a big one coming up later today? A very important news coming up, and yeah, let's begin this another profitable week, NFP week. Welcome. Hello, sir. Welcome. Thanks for joining the live session. Elias, Tony, Izzy, welcome. Let me know, traders, when you are here. Want to start a big one? Let me know when you are here so we can fully emerge with the trading coming up. Euro dollar, there is a bounce. Very good movement coming in the market, which is good for us. So let's look at the market to see how the price might be doing. And before I start this progress with the live session, traders, make sure that you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Let me know using the live chat when you are here. Hello, so welcome. Thank you very much. Afternoon, we are here. Thank you very much. Welcome. Ismail Ali, welcome. Hello, coach. Thank you. Simon, well done. All right, so first day of trading week. Pretty big day. Pretty hectic day as well. So there is very high impact news coming later today. We'll be doing a full multi-time frame analysis, and also any trade coming along the way, definitely will be jumping on the trade, not on the chart. So make sure that you also wear a helmet. Are you guys ready? Can you hear the music? It's going on, I think. You see? Yeah, what's going on? All right. That's cool. We'll like it. Cool. Let's begin this. Let's begin this a big day. All right, so as the price moves from liquidity to liquidity, we will be looking for the liquidity zone for any kind of entry opportunity in the upcoming days and session. And I would like to see that every member is here before I start the analysis. And let me know, guys, can you hear me properly? I believe I'm heard. If I'm not hard, let me know. And let me know how was your day today. Energized for fully ready for a big move. Loud and clear. Thank you. Welcome. Awesome. Cool. Likes is still 10, guys. Would you mind smashing the like button? Don't hesitate to smash it right now. Thank you. It's moving up. Cool. Pretty big day. Awesome. Okay, so which instrument you're gonna start with? I wanna see what majority of them will tell. I'll go with it. Which instrument I'm going to look at? Jodems, yes. Smile Ali, loud and clear. Yes, we can hear you. Thank you. Yeah, we'll be looking at that. Which instrument we will be looking at? So come up with what majority of them will look at. I will be looking at that. Are you guys looking at GJ or Euro dollar or gold? Which one you are looking at? So we see that a very dramatic movement on GJ gold. Okay, so gold, okay, gold. All right, all of them are gold, so very precious metal. Let's begin. WTI, what's your analysis? You will be looking at that favor. Welcome. Let's look at the precious metal gold. You know, I love trading gold as well, along with many other. I love your t-shirt. Welcome. Thanks for that. Yeah. So you know there was a man was traveling for his business, and one day he lost his everything along the way, and then he stopped out in the middle of the jungle, and then he found a small house. He went into the house and asked for some food. So the people didn't give him anything because his clothes were not very good looking. So he was so upset. He was given stale food and all the low quality food for eating. So he was very upset, and next day he left that house. Another day he is a very rich man coming with all his belongings and went to the same house, but today with a different dress, a very precious gold, very expensive dress, and he was given a very warm hospitality, all the delicious food on his table. And the man looked at the food, and then instead of eating, he started to put all the foods on his pocket in his shirt and pant. And the host said that, what are you doing? Why you are putting all the foods into the clothes? And the man said, the food is not for me, it's for my clothes. Because the same person I came a couple of days ago, and I was not given anything because I was in a different clothes. So this food is not for me, it's for the clothes. I guess you guys heard that story when you were at school. Okay, so with that in mind, let's begin today's session. Starting with gold, I will be looking at higher time frame, looking at the monthly chart to see overall direction in the market. Now, why we are looking at the monthly? Because monthly, weekly, higher time frame, looking at the bigger picture will always give you a clear idea about everything. Okay, so that's why we will be looking at bigger picture. Looking at the monthly chart on gold, we can see that back to back 4 months of strong bullish price action. I'm not very impressed with the fact that gold might go up and fill that week. Are you guys impressed with that the gold will go up and fill that long week at the top? I'm not very impressed. I think that gold might go up a little bit, but finally we might see that it is making its move towards the downside. Now, looking at the weekly chart, where we can see that from the weekly, this is where we can see that gold is in a potentially pullback, because previous week there is a doji, and with a bearish engulfer followed by a doji. For me, it's a potential continuation pattern. Now, if you look at the bearish engulfer on gold, which is a giant bearish engulfer that has got also the liquidity. If you're not sure about the liquidity, don't hesitate to drop a smash in the live chat. Let me know. I'll be explaining more in depth on what is liquidity. Followed by, we can see that there is a narrow doji here, and this is a resistance line on gold. And what I think that now, as you can see, after breaking all this low, the price is having an upside bias, so that might lead gold to go back to any of this resistance. And also, as I mentioned, I'm not very impressed with the fact that gold might be going a lot to the upside. We might see that it might feel some of the imbalance and could continue to drop again in the major direction of the trend. Now, looking at the daily chart, where there is a daily bearish engulfer. Now this daily bearish engulfer is quite significant, as it has, you can see that crossed both of these high and low of this doji. Now, as I mentioned, traders, when you are looking at the market, when you look at the chart, you can't see anything else but the price action, the liquidity. All right, so when you look at the price action, the only thing that we can see is the candlestick pattern as a trader. Now, if you want to know what's happening beyond the scene, underneath the surface in the market, the only thing that we have is the candlestick pattern. Now, to understand that the price action and the candlestick pattern, what's happening on the other side of the market, we need to analyze those candlestick pattern from very different angle. That's what we will be doing here. Make sure that you stick till the end to understand what we look at when we look at the market. How do we read the price action? For example, if I give you an idea of what I'm talking about, is look at this box here, guys. Keep in mind that trading is more of sports rather than business. This is where the mistakes is. If you look at the price, if you look at the business, then you'll see that the price today is low, so let's buy. The price today is high, let's sell. This is how the business is, but the sports is the other way around. That's why this is more of looking at from that angle of sports. Now, imagine that, so imagination is key. Now, when you look at the, you might say, okay, well, I'm a trader. I don't want to be an artist to imagine. Imagination is everything, okay? So when you know how to imagine, you can be creative as a trader. I imagine those candles not as a candles, like a human being on a sports ground, okay? So that's how it will change the way you look at the market. So if you look at those candles, okay, so imagine that there is a team here playing the sports, right? Red and green teams. Who is winner? Who is in control in the market? This is the question that I ask when I am looking at the market. Who is in control in this market? That's how you can understand who is in control. So now the question is, in this box, guys, see that one question will change the way you look at the market. Let me know. I want to see how many traders can answer this question. Who is in control in this box? Hello, everyone. Thank you very much. $CAD, Eurusdjpy will be looking at that. Thank you. Have you given gold analysis for today? Yeah, we are looking at. Already we have posted analysis. Very good. Welcome, David. Okay. Sellers. All right. So let me see how many traders coming up with sellers and buyers. Anyone else on the seller side? Okay. Smile Ali, seller. Okay. Anyone else on the buyer side? Anyone else? All right. That's it, guys. That's it. Sellers are control in this market. So you got that point, right? You understood. Now see that when you look at from the sports perspective, when you look at a competition between the buyers and sellers, you can answer this question very easily. But if you look at the price point, the level, the price level, it's okay. So I see that Joe, David, the unknown guy, okay, Delaware, allowing. Okay, so you can see that everybody, Gloria, Arus, Elias, welcome, well done. Everybody can understand. Everyone has been able to answer this question. So now, why traders lose money? Also, we'll go to that point. First, understand there are two things here. One is to understand the market and then trade on that. The other one is to trade based on psychology and strategy. We'll be discussing on that. First of all, let's see now when you look at here. So because the seller is in control in this market, how do you know? Look at the health of the candle. As health is, looking at the health of the candles will tell you, when you look at the wrestling or any kind of sports, look at the health of the player, right? That's where you can understand that who is in control in this market. So because there was a bigger red candle, what does it mean? It means that there has been the sellers has put a huge volume in the market. The more seller, the stronger the drop will be. So any bounce is in fact might give us potential entry opportunity. Very simplest way we can understand the market, who is in control in this market. Now from the monthly, weekly and daily, we are getting into the point that we might see potential selling on gold. Now let's look at, now I'm just directly dropping down to the 15 minutes chart to see where the market might be heading. Now this is the 15-minute chart. This is previous weekly high. Today we have seen that long week. This is another resistance level. Let's see now where the market is trying to head. Now what I think that any bounce to any of this important resistance level might give us potential also trading opportunity. Now this is the 15-minute chart. Let's see if gold is already, it has broken a very important level of resistance, which might give us even potential entry, but I would like to see a bit more clearer confirmation before we find any entry. So there are a couple of zones that we can look at. This is an important level of resistance that we can look at on gold to see how the market might be doing. Okay, so this is the resistance level at the moment on the lower time frame, and let's look at to see where it is trying to be heading. So resistance, and also there is another resistance here. Also we'll be looking at that. All right. Depending on where the price might be heading, we will be looking for potential entry. So these two primary resistance, first of all, let's see how the price is reacting to those levels, and then we can look for a potential entry. Still locally it is bullish. Anytime if we see the market has broken down, we can look for selling opportunity, because it's a still in a long-term bearish. Any bounce is in fact an opportunity for potential selling. I will not be going to go long at the moment yet, though we could see further upside or break up structure from this level. We'll keep watching the price action for gold for potential any kind of bounce, and then based on that we'll be looking for entry. These are the levels that we want to see. The market has gone up, retested, and then bouncing back from those levels. Thank you very much. Welcome to this live session, and I appreciate that you guys are here and smashing the like button, hitting that subscribe if you haven't done yet. So this is where we can see that gold in a zone where there is still we can see locally upside. Guys, keep in mind that there are two things here. One is the global trend, which is the long-term trend, and also one is a short-term or the lower time frame trend. Now lower time frame trend is still bullish here. Okay, so we will not be selling or neither be buying, because long-term trend is down, short-term trend is up. So when we will see that the market managed to break and then merging with the long-term trend, that's where we will be looking for entry opportunity. So this is what with the gold, and then now we will be looking at also the GJ to see what's happening. Are you guys ready for GJ as well? Also the Gbpusd, euro dollar, couple of pairs that we see that euro dollar also after breaking that low is bouncing back up again. We'll be looking at that. Let's look at GBP/JPY, and then we'll go back to gold again to see what's happening in the market. Coach, thank you very much. Welcome, Patrick. Absolutely. Thanks for your appreciation. Okay, now let's look at on GBP JPY. Okay, so here is what we can see. GBP JPY also I will be doing a complete multi-time frame analysis. Looking at the monthly chart on GJ, what we can see that from the monthly, as again I will be doing a full multi-time frame analysis from A to Z, so that you know exactly what we'll be looking at in this instrument. GBP JPY, looking at the monthly chart, starting from here, a big impulse followed by consolidation. We have seen a strong breakdown and then again continuation towards the upside. Now one thing we can see that on GJ, we have seen back to back 5 months it was in a very strong bullish momentum. Now because it is in a long-term bull market, we have seen quite a few months of bullish move. We might see now a deeper pullback on GBP JPY. Now what kind of pullback we can expect? Takes the Fibonacci from low to the high. What we can see that there is a 38.2% Fibonacci level that we can expect for the price to come down and then to retest. So this is the Fibonacci level, primarily also the support on the monthly, and I think we might see now a bit of deeper pullback on GJ from the monthly. So the bias could be slowly either consolidating on a sideway on the lower time frame, maybe slowly coming down for this pullback, which we could see on GJ. Now looking at the weekly chart, where from the weekly time frame, if you look at the weekly, this is a weekly bounce so far, strong bounce. And what we can see with this weekly bounce, this is the weekly candle so far. If you have seen my weekly forex forecast, that you probably know that this is what we expected on GJ to come down below this weekly support, and we see that the market is heading in that direction, because from the weekly also we can see that this market is overextended, expecting deeper pullback before bouncing up or even dropping down further. Looking at the daily chart, what we can see that from the daily, there is a daily bearish engulfer. The market has crossed the daily high. There is a also strong liquidity trigger here on the daily on GJ, and expecting for the price to drop further below this support level on GBP JPY. So looking at the intraday time frame, what we can see that the market, there is a double top here, also has broken all this high, and with this double top there is a long bearish engulfer followed by a narrow doji here, expecting on this market on GJ for the price to retest and then to continue to drop further, which you could see eventually towards the downside on GJ. So looking at the if I again look at the 4 hour, where we can see that the market from the lower time frame, a long bearish engulfer followed by a doji, which in fact also a potentially bearish price action on GBP JPY. So looking at the lower time frame here from the 1 hour, there is a big drop. It's a massive drop here, a narrow doji, and expecting for the market to go up for a deeper pullback and then to continue to drop in the direction. So here, if you look at the market has come back to this support, okay, so which is in an important level of support here. Okay, so we see support here, and after to this coming back to the support on GJ, we might see that the price here we could see deeper pullback before again dropping down. So let's look at the 15-minute chart to see how much time it might take for this move. So we can see that on GJ, this is an important support level, and there is a, so this is a structure on GJ. That structure might be a local reversal to the upside, and what I think that after break of structure to the upside, we might see that GJ again coming down to the support level. So depending on how the price might be evolving, we will be looking for any kind of entry opportunity in GBP/JPY. Traders, let me know if you are enjoying the live session by giving a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press that bell notification so that you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every day. Welcome. Yep, we will be looking at that. And so GJ in an area where we will be waiting for the price to break any of this resistance and then to drop to the support, depending on how the market might be doing here on GBP/JPY. Let's figure it out. And GJ, let's go back to gold again, or how the market might be doing here. I think that if we see that gold is getting exhausted, I think it's slowly getting exhausted. We might see potential breakup structure. Many pip here, 20 pip. Okay, so wanna see that gold is not being able to break the high, and the news is coming, as you know, that there is a today there are two very important news coming up. So that will definitely have an impact on the market. So if you look at the Forex factory calendar, 11:45 p.m. in my zone is dollar final manufacturing PMI, and then coming up 12 a.m. in my zone also dollar ISM manufacturing PMI. Both of them are very high impact news. They are very high impact news, and this news, if the market, especially on gold, hitting the 2333 or 2336 level, and an important, very important level of resistance zone, that could give us very good entry, because the market, you can see this is the 1 hour chart, is managed to break out this 1 hour candle. If you look at here, it might try to go up and fill that wick in this zone. Okay, so we could see eventually going up to the resistance and then dropping down, depending on how the market will do. We will look for entry, and here is the key. You can see quite a few smaller candles not being able to break the high, means that the sellers slowly getting on board. But just like to see that the market not being able to break the high, or broken that high and then got a rejection, because this resistance, there is already a very long wick candle has formed here. A very long wick candle has formed, and we will be waiting for another retest and then to drop down in that area. Depending on how the price might be doing, we will be looking for that entry opportunity. I hope that, guys, you are enjoying the live session. Let me know if you are enjoying. If you are also not enjoying, also let me know, that I will see what I can do to improve the session so that you can enjoy it. Okay, so here is you can see the structure here. This is the 5-minute chart. The structure here is still we can see that there is a bull move in that area. Okay, waiting for that to retest and then to bounce. Okay, risk management also key. Now if we see, so with the news, we could see very good movement in the market. Now risk management is key, guys. We need to look at the risk management as well. When you are looking at the market for trading, you also need to understand the risk management. This is where the missing piece of the many traders trading plan, not understanding the risk management. And what is risk management? Sometimes asking a fundamental question also will give you a bit of clear understanding what it looks like to do the risk management. So okay, what we can see here is breaking down from this level. Do you see that breakdown on gold or further upside? I wouldn't still be interested for selling. Do you think that it's gonna break well below, or it just liquidity grab? What's your opinion? Let me see. Let me start a pool. Let me see what's your opinion on gold in that situation. Okay, there are two possible scenarios now at the moment. Here we could see a complete breakdown, and this might be a very strong liquidity grab and breaking down trending in the major direction, or we might see another wave of uprise before breaking below. 11 upside. Okay, will break resistance, then pull back again. Okay, so we see that two members are on the upside. I think it's coming back to retest before pushing back up. Yep. You are a good guy. I just bumped into your channel and realized you are one of the few good ones. Tendari. Don't trust someone with one look. Okay, so welcome to the channel. But you know, it might be a good guy or a bad guy, but make sure that you are not trusting someone in your first sight. Always take time, spend time, enjoy the live session. Definitely I appreciate your good words, and definitely it's always a good idea to always analyze everything from a very different angle. Appreciate your support to the channel. Okay, so here is what we can see. Gold, if you look at the 1 hour chart, what we can see, this is the 4 hour candlestick pattern, 1 hour. Okay, so here is the bearish move. We can see the market started to drop from that level. Here is the break of structure. Now if we see that gold managed to break in that direction, then we could see the market is breaking below this support level. Depending on how the price might be doing, we will be looking for entry opportunity. Let's see where it is heading. Now this break on gold, break of a structure, on the lower time frame is important, because after this break, if we see it has again went to the resistance and then return, could be a very important point, because there is a news coming up and expecting for the price to give us a very good entry point. Finding an entry is very important, because you need to be patient. Okay, so the patience is the key when you are looking at the market. Patience is key, guys. This is also very rarely found things, being patient. Thank you, favor. Problem with the stream is focus more on gold only. Others can hold you without trading gold, cause I use weekly and daily. Okay, so yeah, we look at the GJ. We are together trading, looking at GJ as well. So it's not that only we are looking at, we trade gold, GJ, and also the euro dollar, all of them. Thank you. So NASDAQ, please. Yeah, we'll be looking at that as well. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so cool. Let's see what we can see that this one, we have seen that rejection. Now this break of structure, I don't want to sell yet until we find another strong retest and then rejection. It might break below from this level, which we could see. I was thinking of selling because of that, but without proper retest, better to wait a little bit. And in the meantime, what's happening with the euro dollar? Now euro dollar, guys, we can see that euro dollar previous session there was a bearish engulfer, and this bearish engulfer is in fact also, if you look at it, you see there is a high is broken. If you closely look at it, can you see that, guys? There is a liquidity candle here. So it's a liquidity candle on euro dollar, and with this liquidity candle formation, there is a long bearish engulfer followed by this session. We have seen an initial drop, and now it's again at the resistance line. So for me, euro dollar is still possible for, after breaking any of this high, is still possible for downside, but still I'm not selling. We are on a trade, we'll hold it, which is hedged already, so you don't have to worry about that. But at the moment, here is, you can see locally it's showing some bullish move, so it might go up here to this resistance or even any of this high, and then is still high probability that we could see this market again to come down to break any of the support level. So this move on euro dollar even could be an opportunity for potential selling. If we see enough confirmation, we will do that in that area. Hope that, guys, you're enjoying the live session. Thanks for your support. Awesome. It depends on the news. It depends on the news. Okay. That's another important point. It depends on the news. But we can see something even before the news. It's a very important point, guys. Keep in mind that, see, when there is a news being published, the market already made it moves. I'll give you a couple of examples. So when there is a news, there are two ways you can trade the news. One is after the news, one is before the news, not during the news. I don't recommend to anyone to trade during the news. Now, what are the ways you can trade a market before the news? What are the ways you can look at to trade the market before the news? And also, what are the ways you can trade after the news? Many traders are interested to trade the news, but always it's the best approach is to trade. The best way is to trade after the news. Why? Because after the news, the market settles and you can see clear direction. Now, why it is important to wait for the news and to trade after the news? Reasoning is very important. You know that when you look at the reason, it's trading is like being a very analytical. Okay, so it is in the research it is found that those who have a high level of intellectual curiosity become very good at trading. So always be curious, ask questions, and then trade based on that question. Okay, so it's important that you always look at very important point and then trade based on reason, based on facts, strategies, and based on reason. So how do you reason from so the way you can reason the news to trade after the news is because if you look at the psychology of the traders, because when the market moves, there are many factors involved in it. One of the important factor is that the psychology of the traders. How do you understand the psychology of the traders? Well, if you study your own psychology, you can understand the psychology of other traders. This is the best way to do, right? Imagine that what you think if you are a very disciplined professional trader, you would wait for the news, right? So like you, many millions of traders wait for the news to be published. And when the news published, the market find its ground. There is another important factor. This is a psychology, but technical aspect of the market to trade after the news is news is considered as catalyst. So that event bring the price to its true value. I will be discussing in depth what it is. Okay, so these are the things that very few traders consider when they are trading. So for example, when you look at any kind of instrument, there more often you will see that either overvalued or undervalued. But this event bring that price to its true intrinsic value, where you can make a very informed decision when you are opening those position or trading. That is why after the news it becomes very good for the price to predict and then to trade based on that. More in-depth understanding we will be discussing later in this live session. I believe that you are enjoying the live session. If you are not enjoying, also smash the like button. If you are enjoying, also smash the like button, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done yet. So we can see that this is where the gold price from this resistance line is trying to break. And if we look at GJ, we have seen that primary bounce. Okay, so it's a bounce here on GBP/JPY, and okay, so this is also significant level of support, very important level of support, which we could see a retest depending on how far it is moving. That we will be looking for entry on Gbpusd. Okay, so here is after breaking that high, primary rejection from this 20 EMA. I would still be impressed to sell. We have seen that after this break, it's carrying a bit of rejection. So here, still we don't see a very strong liquidity grab. So looking at okay, gold again. So we'll keep eye on GJ and gold, both of that. So Gbpusd, I would like to see that the market managed to break any of this important level of resistance. Then we can look for entry for gold. If we see a very strong liquidity trigger from the top, we can look for selling. Dollar CAD, what's your analysis? Yeah, we'll be looking at the Gbpusd. Yeah, so we'll be looking at both of these instrument, dollar CAD and GJ, and the Gbpusd. So dollar CAD, if we quickly look at, okay, so we can see that there is a very strong rejection from the top on dollar CAD. If we look at the daily, this is the daily price action on dollar CAD. A long bearish candle followed by, from the daily, a long, this is a very long daily bearish candle. From the intraday, this is also a huge big rejection from the top on dollar CAD. So from the 1 hour, so there is a big red move here, a strong bearish move on dollar CAD, and I think that the price, we could see that the price is dropping down strongly in that direction. We could see that, and from the 1 hour and lower time frame, we can see the market started to drop in the direction. So from the 30 minutes also, we can see a strong bearish price action. 15 minutes also a big drop here, and expecting for the price to drop down to break below to create a new lower low. So we can see that on dollar CAD, so far a big bearish move, and I think the market might keep pushing down here on dollar CAD. So you see that potentially bearish on dollar CAD. So at the moment, before the news, I wouldn't do anything. I would wait for the price to give us proper entry. But from the 4 hour, you can see after breaking that high, testing this resistance, it is just forming a long bearish candle. We might see further downside on dollar CAD. And let's go back to gold to see where it is heading. All right, so you can see that gold slowly turning to a strong bearish price action here. So a long bearish candle. Okay, so here we can see again, it's trying to break the high because we have seen a very strong bullish move without proper deeper pullback to the upside. Will not be selling that at the moment, but we will be waiting for the price to go ahead, break any of this high, and especially if it goes to 23.36 or 23.33, breaking that high will be a very important point that we can look for potential entry. So US oil, yeah, we will be looking at WTI. So let's quickly look at that. Okay, WTI, looking at daily, there's a gap opening with the daily time frame. Now WTI, for me, it's a bearish market. Now let's see the multi-time frame. Looking at the monthly, there is a long monthly bearish candle also. Looking at the weekly, okay, so from the weekly we see a liquidity candle. Now if you are not sure about the liquidity candle, you can refer to our VIP Zoom class that we have taken yesterday. Also quite a few class taken, and also will be taken liquidity candle. Also will be, we have also a tool that we can identify what is liquidity candle. We will be discussing on that later today. So here is if you look at here, what you can see, this is a resistance. Whenever the price is hitting that, getting a rejection, and finally we saw that from the daily there's a big rejection. Today's candle opened with a gap and forming a narrow doji. I think that WTI, the way it is forming, you can see it's a very clean downtrending market structure. We could see that continuation towards the downside. Now if we turn on the liquidity candle, we can see that quite a few liquidity candle formation, especially as you can see, this is a powerful liquidity candle formation, and from here this is where the market has made strong movement. So also there's one here, there's one here, all of them. This is a incredibly winning trade. This is also winning trade. This is also winning trade. This is also winning trade. This is not gonna work. So especially when the market trend is stronger, okay, so that's where the liquidity candle act very strongly. That's where the market really make a big move. This is the beauty of the liquidity candle. So to clarify what is liquidity, probably if you are a beginner as a trader, probably don't know what is a liquidity. liquidity is the fuel of the market, right? The market moves from liquidity to liquidity. So the smart money trade based on liquidity. And if you are a retail trader, just looking at something here. It's very weird. Okay. All right. So if you are a retail trader, then you must trade based on smart money system, because the money is made by the smart money. The market is moved by the smart money. Guys, keep in mind that as a retail trader, if we, all retail trader trade all together, cannot move a little bit in the market. So when you know that when the smart money is trading, when they are placing their order, that's where the market made its bigger move. And when you know that there is a smart money coming in the market, there's a big flow coming, you can trade with their flow. And that is what you can understand from the liquidity candle. So if you look at here, if I give you a couple of examples to understand what is liquidity and how to understand the liquidity candle, you can see that after this doji again, the market, we have seen that rejection here. So if you look at, turn on our liquidity candle, a couple of examples that we can look at on the 15 minutes, and even especially on the market trend, it gives you an incredible opportunity to find the trade in the major direction. So when you are trading the liquidity candle, you must do the risk management. And for those who got access to the liquidity candle, make sure that you also go through the guide given to you with the liquidity candle. It's important that you always look at everything, all the lessons given, go through it before you use the liquidity candle. And it's important that you use based on all the instruction. Now, when you see the liquidity candle formed, this is where the sign that the big boys, that means that the institutional trader, hedge funds, bigger investors are coming in the market and trading based on that. Let me know if you still have a confusion about liquidity candle or any kind of confusion about how the liquidity works in the market, so I can go in depth up on that. I'll sell 2332. Yep, 2332. Okay, for gold it will be come back again 2337. Okay, simplifying serial analysis. Okay, we'll be looking at that later. Okay, cool. Now looking at here we can see that the market basically from this level started to drop, showing potentially bearish. So we could see that I think the NY session started. So here you can see from the 15 minutes and 30 minutes, it's having a strong break. GJ the other way. So GJ, you can see it's bouncing up. We might see that break of this resistance, and break of this resistance might give potential for selling or even bouncing back up again, depending on how the price might be doing. At the moment, we can see that local bounce on gold, local drop. Now this drop could lead this price to back to the support. We're waiting for that entry, but at the moment, as news might be coming, there's a news coming later today. Want to see that the market has made significant pullback and grabbed enough liquidity before we look for any kind of selling. Okay, we say that a strong breakdown here from that level. Okay, so GJ and gold. So gold, we can see after this bearish candle, the market started to drop. We'll see where we can find our entry. We're back soon, guys. I'll just take. Please, can you hear me? I hope that you can hear me now. Thank you. Yeah, for those who just joined in the live session, traders, we are starting 1 hour earlier in our live session on YouTube, while we are also trading on the VIP live trading room. So you can access the VIP live trading room also, which also available for you to access, and which you can find link below this video. If you are our student in the mentorship program, also you can access the VIP live trading room, which is for limited time available for you to access. You can find link below this video, visit the website, and then you can join and become part of this trading community. Okay, so here is 10 minutes. Okay, we can see a complete break. So from this structure, it just started to drop. GJ is still locally showing bullish. Okay, so let's see what's happening with the GBP USD and Euro dollar. Still not in a zone that we can look at. GBPJPY, after a bounce, just keep moving up. From here, clean bounce. Okay, so we see that GJ, this move on GBPJPY is directly going to this fair value gap. There is an imbalance here. If you look at, which is an imbalance in the market, and in that imbalance, if you look at, which is a clean fair value gap, and we could see the market breaking that high. There is a potential for a rejection. We want to see that the market managed to break that high and then has got that potential rejection. Then we can look for any kind of entry. Get ready for it. We have that. Okay, so approaching this resistance line. So they're on gold here. So far this drop on gold, we have seen significant drop. So here is after this drop on gold in this area, what I think that a very strong drop to the support. It's important that we always keep eye on the okay, so GJ approaching the resistance line and then might be dropping in that direction. Gold, so you have an hour or more for the news coming up. Okay, so this move now gold is important to see it's going up for deeper pullback before we find any entry which was expecting. So eventually wanna see that gold. You can see if it is, this is the 5-minute chart and it's now 4 hour. If we look at the candle is closing in a couple of minutes, this 4 hour. So how this candle closing is absolutely important. It's absolutely important to see. Okay, so this move, this is what I was expecting to break above, and then we will see. Wanna see that it grabbed enough liquidity before it drops back. Already reached a very important level of resistance. Okay, so you see that this is the 1 hour candle trying to bounce from this level. Okay, breaking out, and yeah, this is what I was expecting. Complete breakout. Now there is one thing that we can see. If you look at the 15 minutes, a very long bearish engulfer. Now that could be, depending on how the candle close, as there is a news coming up, it might try to even break this high, which is the weekly high. Okay, and which is not unusual to see that it has broken any of this high, or just grabbing the liquidity here. Very weird price action, that I would say. Now this 5 minutes candle, this is a, you can consider it as a bullish, or if it is closing as a red candle, it can be even bearish. Support on gold, yeah, absolutely. How do I know that liquidity will happen before it happens? Very good question. This is what we will be exploring here. How to understand that liquidity will be grabbed before it grab. Thank you. Hello, coach. Ben from South Africa. Hope you are well. I'm good. Thank you very much. No sound. I think the sound is okay. Hope that want to break. Yeah, absolutely. 2339. Yeah. Welcome. Okay, so we can see that after this breakout on gold, it is possible that the market to trend now for some more time, to, because there was a, if you remember guys, there was a fake out during the news time past week, and the market made this big move. Now if it changing the trend here locally, it is possible for the price to see that it has gone up, break that high, and then drop down, okay, depending on where the price is heading. It will depend on where the price is heading. So on Gbpusd, after breaking that resistance, it is starting to drop down, but it's still not fully prepared yet. What I think that we might see, if we see, let me delete those lines so it becomes easier to follow up. Now you can see that this is a, above this doji is a high, like it still didn't catch that. So if we see one more penetration and breaking below, we can look for that selling opportunity. While form a very long bearish candle on gold, a bullish candle, a long bullish candle, and it's now in a zone where there are two situation. You guys, okay. And yeah, let's see that gold. You can see it's now locally we have seen a very strong rejection, and according to TF we can see potential bullish. Therefore lower time frame, 5 minutes, significant bullish move. Okay. Locally, we might see now gold is going to break the resistance, and eventually it might, with the news coming up, we have a couple of around an hour or 10 minutes for the news to come up. We might see where we have seen just break. Let's see if we see a clean up trend, we can look for potential entry for short term. Gold being manipulated. Gold being manipulated. Look, I wouldn't say it manipulation because it's the way the market moves. Manipulation is a part of trading in the market. Okay, so this is basically where the market grabs the liquidity for a move. So you see that the break of resistance here, yeah, so from the 1 hour, $30 minutes, 15 minutes, and the 5 minutes. Okay, so there is another long wick candle here. Now this is a very important question to look at. Either the price is going to fill that long wick, or it's gonna start to drop. Trend is still bullish here locally. So the local uptrending market structure is where we can see the market is heading. There is a rejection here as well. So it's crucial to see delete all of them to see freshly. Okay, now here, because it failed to drop, it started to bounce. Now you can see that this green candle on gold, which is basically fake candle that we saw during the news, which is a support level turning resistance. So we might see now the price is going up to break that resistance or testing this neckline, or even breaking that high before again dropping down to the support level. So from the 15 minutes and lower time frame price action is where there is, if you look at, this is a pullback, and depending on There's still potential upside. So yeah, very a bit of complicated price action. We need to wait here and let's see that what's happening with the GJ. If we see Gbpusd forming that bearish price action, we can look for bearish price action. At the moment this is a resistance line, so from the 30 minutes and 15 minutes and other time frame, we can see that GJ, this is a clean move. You know, if this candle penetrated that resistance, I would look for sell. The 30 minutes is trying to bounce and this could be a selling opportunity that just has going down. Could be entering earlier. So we are a bit late on this. So GJ, we probably could sell. It's already dropped a lot. It's gone. So we saw so gold is moving up and up. Thank you. Maybe DXY will help to see what's going on. Yeah, we will be looking. Yeah, DXY always helpful. So when you look at the DXY, you can see the bigger picture. I'm only taking sells on gold today. Don't care how long I got to wait. Thank you. 15 minutes. 100. Yeah, gold. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So gold. What we can see on gold is here is in the 5 minutes. Okay, now it's very complicated a structure here on gold. If we look at the GJ, It's a different story. So gold is, because there is a big drop here and the market changes its trend to the upside, we'll be looking to see where it is heading. Okay, here if we look at the 4-hour on gold, that's where you see that there is a potential for bounce to the support, which is turning resistance, and depending on what the price is doing. Okay, so I will be opening short on gold from this level. So stop loss will be, I'll be explaining later. Guys, make sure that you do proper risk management is the key. So TP target will be around 3 to 1 reward to risk. There will be around 25 pip stop loss. So make sure that there will be a news in just in a matter of an hour. So make sure you do proper risk management. So stop loss will be 2334. So we'll be using our tool to open position. So I'm short on gold. So I'm short on gold, and we'll see. I'm running in profit. I'll be explaining later why I have opened that. Anything can happen, guys. Make sure that you do proper risk management. Risk management is the key in trading. Look tighter stop loss. We might not, let's see, we didn't expect it to close like that as a bullish candle, and now might not work out this time. No problem. We'll be re-entering if it doesn't work out. Very tight stop loss. There is a still on the trade. So might not work out, but it's still running. So you can see there is a primary rejection. Okay, so we see that rejection expecting. If we see a very strong rejection to the support, we might be able to take some profit. All right, so you see still on the trade. Now, if it got a very strong rejection, we might see dropping down to the support that might give us the full TP. Right, coming down. Come on. Now, how this candle closing is absolutely important. We wanted to see a red bear candle to close. Right, so you see that downside, guys. Are you with me? So far, we see that potential downside. Now, the rest will depend on our today's leave it something on the market. So here, if it is not being able to break below, might be stopped out depending on. I think it's not gonna work today. Still trying to make any kind of sense here for there's an imbalance. It's very tight and still not losing hope. You guys with me? Make sure you do proper risk management, guys. Make sure that you do proper risk management. Whatever strategy you are trading, either hedging or putting a stop loss, make sure you do proper risk management. I do hedge sometime trades, so we have a hedging strategy as well. So depending on how you are trading, you must do the risk management. Okay, so here is still we are on that. You're still on that. Okay, it's in a very crucial level at the moment. So it might finally penetrate to the upside. So we have a 4-hour candle close coming, and which is 1 minute later. So the stop loss in a very crucial level. Now before this candle close, if we see a deeper drop, Okay guys, so still we are on board. Trying to for 15 minutes left. Yep. I just dodge from this level. Okay, so now the rest will depend now. I think before the candle close we might see kind of jump. A few pip still left for the stop loss. It's in a very, very important level, guys. Still possible to have a downside. Oops, out of the trade, and that's a strong rejection. Okay, now here what we can see that the market just made that move. Okay, we have to let it go. We'll be waiting for further entry. Once we find that, I think we might see, because you can see that it just grabbed that liquidity. Ultimately we could see that rejection. So this is a pure liquidity grab for our close. 15 minutes. So it's in a level where if you look at this resistance, it's gonna break above and then we might see that rejection. So Euro USD, yeah, we'll be looking at that, but at the moment we can see that gold we need to wait a little bit, so it didn't work out. We might see break of this 2336 and then could see that rejection again. So we'll observe to find another entry. Okay, so here we could see ultimately a break of this. You can see that this is the 5 minutes candle finally after breaking that, trying to drop down again. We would ultimately see that gold breaking from that structure, but at the moment just be patient with that. We look at GBPJPY, euro dollar, okay, gold, GJ might try to break that high again. Let's keep eye on gold again. The market that currently trending is what you see, that gold. So ultimately we might see now a retest and then continuation. So we'd like to see the news coming up and then we will find further entry, or before the news if we see proper candle formation. Here we can see, now you can see the 4 hour, this is the 5 minutes on gold. It's now forming a bearish engulfer. We could take another chance. There is a very sharp rejection. Waiting is the best idea. Because this resistance, that what you see, okay, which is a very high liquidity zone, so we might see ultimately a retest of that resistance and then to coming down. To be bearish from here. So Gbpsd and gold. Best way is to wait for the news coming up. See, after breaking that high, it's just hit the stop loss and then coming back down again in the direction of the trends. Sometimes very market behave very bizarre. I think gold will move to 2337. This is what happened. Okay, the VM, it is going to be 2348. Okay, so quite a few prediction. Euro USD might even go, okay, as that's my okay. So yeah, we have to wait on this one now at the moment, because the structure is, you can see after break of that resistance, it's just breaking below. So anyone is still on the trade is running on that? Anyone here? Okay. So GJ again, after breaking that low, it started to move back up. So there is a middleman formation on the 5 minutes. On the 15 minutes, long rejection. I wouldn't still be very impressed for selling. Might try to drop again to the support. Now there is a drop here, if you guys see that, and it's now after retesting again, moving back up. We'll be waiting to see. So what's your prediction on the news coming up, guys? Let me know. What's your prediction with the news? So if we look at reviewing the calendar, always keep in mind, guys, trading psychology is very important. So if you always, you need to be in control of your trading no matter what. So 11:45, which is 30 minutes from now, coming up final manufacturing PMI on dollar, and then after 15 minutes there will be ISM service PMI. So basically both of them will make significant movement in the market, and then tomorrow also CHF and dollar coming. So both of them will definitely have a very good good move, impact on the market. So that will eventually will make the market move again. Now here you can see gold after break again moving up. Once we will see another clean price action, we will be looking for another further entry, waiting for that to happen. Just to be patient is the key. Show it news, might try to force send price up. Yeah, this is a part of trading, you know. So this is also very important that, you know, as a trader you understand that there will be a time when it's very hard for you to understand the market and you need to just let it go. But when the market going in your favor, going in the direction, that's where you need to take the full advantage of it. That's trading. So when you see the market is going in your favor, you take the full advantage of it. When the market is not going in your favor, that's where you could see that you need to look at. So depending on how you want to trade. Okay, here 15 minutes candle forming a liquidity candle, but I wouldn't be very impressed with the liquidity candle because it's at the top, it's on the resistance. It might make that price to go up again to this resistance, but as in 30 minutes there is a news coming, we might see another retest which is possible from the support. So better to wait to see how the price is behaving with this green candle. It might be just starting of a downside momentum here as well. So you see that that's what the price is doing. This might be acting as a hanging man. Okay, here is big bull candle. It's still trying to trend to the upside. Patience, we have few minutes to left for the news to come up. Okay, so before progressing further, I'll take a short 1 minute break. We'll be back. In the meantime, you can write down which one you are looking at. Well. Price action is very interesting. You see that it's reached that resistance and now getting rejection, but still want to see that it, it has broken that resistance, still didn't break that, touch that, and started to get rejection. GJ finally has got a complete rejection from the top. So you see the dollar yen, Gbpusd, euro dollar, so all of them in a bit in a sideways. Okay. Can you have a glimpse at US30? Yeah, we'll be looking at that. Abdulaziz, Gbpusd, US30, gold, yeah, Euro USD, gold, yeah. Yeah, we'll be looking at all of them. Just be patient, guys. Wanna see that the market basically has made here is, you can see gold now slowly getting a rejection from here. Once we see that it's fully prepared for a bigger move, we can look for entry. At the moment, it's in a two-way situation. By the way, guys, in the meantime, if you want to join recommended broker, you can find a link in the description. So if you go to the description of this video, you can find that. Use that link to register and then start trading. So here is DXY down. What's happening with the DXY? DXY, yeah, there is a bearish engulfer. Now, DXY from previous session's candle is a textbook bearish engulfer, cross the 20 EMA. And then we can see that there is a long bearish engulfer with a long wick at the bottom. So basically, DXY has formed typical bearish price action, right? So from the 4-hour and lower time frame, we can see that DXY has formed a typical bearish price action. Therefore, as a mirror of DXY, we see that some kind of momentum on gold. But as you know that it doesn't always move in the same way. So you could see that gold even again dropping down or moving back up, depending on, because it sometimes act as a mirror of DXY, sometimes doesn't. So that's why I use gold as an unique entity rather than just mirror. Now, while we see the euro dollar is a clear mirror of DXY, we can see it form a bullish price action on euro dollar from the 5 minutes. There is a news coming and we can see that it's forming that bullish price action, but at the same time it's a very crucial resistance zone. That's why I'm not looking to buy. We could look for buy, but we might see a spike and then again dropping down for a deeper liquidity grab, because it's a very strong level of resistance here on Euro USD. So yeah, depending on, and just with the gold, you need to wait. Guys, are you with me? So news coming up in just 15 minutes. We are waiting for a move and then we will be jumping on the trade. WTI, DXY, yeah, I think gold will bullish. Okay, 4 hour least. Good morning, coach. Welcome. Good morning. Is it your greetings? Well, we need to see that on this structure is a bit, it's not fully, when it grab liquidity, especially in the direction of the trend, is where the best probability trade comes in play. Euro dollar is, as I mentioned, this is where bullish candle form. This is basically a liquidity candle, so especially this liquidity candle form on euro dollar. If it is formed any of this in a support, I would definitely look for entry. So it's just on the in a zone where there are two, because the price is approaching this resistance. If you look at this one here, that's why it is a bit risky, but there is a very nice looking liquidity candle formation here. Okay, now if the price is breaking that zone on the liquidity candle area, the price is breaking that support, that might be an interest that we can look at, as there will be two news. So basically this will make a big bounce on the pricing. If you have that liquidity candle access, for those who have access to the liquidity candle, as you can see, there is a news coming, so it's a very important, it's a very crucial zone to look at the moment for liquidity candle. Waiting on, okay, gold after breaking that low again, still showing a bit of upside, so might be now heading to test this resistance as the news coming. You can see momentum on gold, might be heading to the resistance level. Okay. I think we might see that trend. Yeah, there is a potential for trend. Now, because there is a news, we have to be patient. Otherwise, we could look for entry here. Guys, in the meantime, if you haven't smashed the like button yet, I would appreciate your support if you give a thumbs up. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I do post a lot of content every day and also every weekend. In addition to that, if you want to also explore more about the strategy that I am trading, explore all the tools that I am using, including that liquidity candle, many other tools that available for the members in the mentorship program, you can see the link. We have few spots left to take on the mentorship program. You can use that, visit the website and then see if something that you might be interested at the moment, as we have few spots left on the mentorship to take, where you can also access all my trades, learn the strategy, and also you can access the tools that I am using, such as the liquidity candle and many other tools that for both TradingView as well as MT4. So don't hesitate to visit the website. Any question, don't hesitate to ask. The live agent is there to help you all the time if you have any important question. And yeah, you can see that after break, this is where the market is very confusing at the moment because of the news. So that's why it is a good idea to wait. Now you can see this candle closing, and that has just penetrated that resistance from a long red candle. This is a very this candle is a potentially bearish, but the trend is still bullish. So this is the price action is showing against the trend. So it's a better to wait to see what it is trying to form. Now you can see before the candle closed, it just closed as a doji. So here is euro dollar after break of this high, just moving in that direction. Very choppy, guys. It's the way we need to be patient as a trader, and that's where the real trading comes in play. When you can be patient as a trader, you can be a trader, right? So it's important that you always be patient. How can you be patient as a trader? So sometimes it's very, this is where the difference between a successful trader or a losing trader is the patience. Big difference between profitable trader and losing trader is the patience. Do you think that you have patience? So what do you think will be reflected, right? So let's know, do you think that you are patient trader? If yes, then help others to know what did you do to be patient. If not, then why do you think that you are not patient and what can be done? So share your idea. US30, yeah, we'll be looking at that. We'll wait for first of all news on gold and GBP, USD pairs. Okay, here is long wick doji, and this might be a potential reversal. CSP training, unfortunately I have had to wait for the pain to be too much to bear before finding patience. That's a very profound statement. No, I don't think so. Okay, so Andy doesn't have. Okay, all right. So unfortunately, I had to wait for the pain to be too much to be bear before finding patience. Be patient first. You have to remove the idea of being greedy and remember this market are not going to anywhere. Okay, I have trend line set if breaks might take sell gold. Okay, I don't recommend that tactic. Well, no, this is what CSP training, what you said is, yeah, that's what sometimes happen because trading is in fact involved a lot of pain. I know that, but patience come from looking at the bigger picture, looking at the end. This is where only you can be patient long term. Imagine that you are in a cave. Okay, so let's say you are in a cave, big long cave, and you are okay, so you need to travel dark cave at the end. Now you are here, right? It's very hard to, you need to break all of this stone to get to that point, right? Now when you are here, you are seeing a darkness and heavy lifting, but look at the top. Okay, look at the end where there is a sunlight, tree, birds singing. You know, you probably boyfriend or girlfriend waiting for you there with all the flowers that we need. So therefore, it's where you need to look at that point where you can see that light. So even if you are here, when you look at the long-term picture, that what will have when you become a profitable trader, what freedom will come on the way will make you that patient. So that's the key to be patient, is to look at the bigger picture. So then you can be patient. So you see a lot of sideway movement in gold at the moment. Want to see that? Just 3 minutes waiting for a big move. Do you think that gold gonna bounce or drop down? Which way is your bias? It's gonna break below or with the news, or it's gonna bounce? Share your opinion. So looking at okay, so 15 minutes, quite a few potential liquidity candle formation. I think we might see, let's not guess, because some of you might be start to gamble. Bounce? Do you think that bounce? Okay, waiting 1 more minutes to go to see where heading, and that might be, I think, might be even downside, depending on we don't wanna guess it. Let's wait for that move happen. Where there is no move, it's coming. We need a move, guys. Why it's not moving? Weird. What the data came out? $51.3, which is giving a bit of boost on DXY, or the market might wait for the next one. There isn't big reaction to that news, though. There's another one coming in 15 minutes that might be a big mover. Okay, but the bias slowly turning to downside. Sometimes very okay. We have another 15 minutes candle to form, and pip here 49 pip. GJ has gone again back up to the resistance. That's very weird. Okay, here after breaking that, there is a bearish candle forming, and 15 minutes. The bias slowly turning to potentially downside. Okay, so we see a head and shoulder with this doji that we talk about. It's a big catalyst here. We need a breakout. Basically what you see that is fully choppy, which is not expected for a good market to give us healthy trend. So there is another news coming, which is the ISM service PMI. I think that news, after this we will see the market clear, and it might then start to trend. We were waiting for the trend to happen. They're getting a bit of volatile slowly. Looking at the 4-hour. Okay, the spike might take that retest and then could drop. The bias might be towards the downside at the moment, potentially eventually, but the question is the spike, because after this candle close, this is the 1 hour, which will be closing as a and as soon as this candle close, the news will come up. So if that might take the spike and then drop, or we could see that in that direction. So the bias slowly we can see that turning to potentially bearish. And in the meantime, traders, thanks for your support to the channel. Give a thumbs up. Down and up. Okay, so you see, should be, which EMS do you use? Sorry, I can't see. Okay, so you can see this is a liquidity candle formation again on 5 minutes. The EMA that I use are 10 and 20 EMA, along with the liquidity candle and TF strategy indicator. So the liquidity candle is not any kind of EMA, is basically a tool that I use to find high probability. For example, this one showing, according to my liquidity candle, a bullish trade, and it worked out very well from that zone. But not all trade will work out, so make sure that you are not using liquidity candle as a tool that will make you rich. Is the tool that you need to use with proper risk management. This is also a liquidity candle trade, and it's also worked out very well, depending on how you want to use it. If you are our member in Forex Trading Wizard Academy, if you are joining today, you can get access to that liquidity candle. This is my personal tool that I use. So for the limited number, you may get access to that if you are joining today. So if you're joining today, don't hesitate to check out the link below this video in the description. So once you are on the website, make sure you choose the lifetime access if you want to access the tool as well as all the strategies that I'm trading in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. So now let's keep moving forward with that. Okay, here is very choppy, guys. We need to be patient for another 8 minutes. Let's figure out to see. Okay, this is very choppy, and the best way is to wait for the confirmation. Spike might happen. So waiting for that to happen. All right, 5 minutes more for the news to come up. This is a very ridiculous price action at the moment. Very choppy, and sometimes this choppy market represents something. So when you see very strong choppy, the breakout become very stronger. So you'll see that it's happen all the time. When the market is strongly choppy, the breakout might be very stronger. We see that a bit of upward bias. 15 minutes, if you look at, there was a liquidity candle formation, and we can see that after breakup that is forming another liquidity candle. So there is possibility now for gold to bounce to this resistance zone if this one is closing as a bullish two-way situation. As I mentioned, it's still, we are not doing anything, we need to wait, because if this one is closing as a bullish engulfer from, because it crossed that low, closed as a, if it is closing as a bull candle, it is possible for the price to keep pushing high for long-term perspective. Okay, so let's wait for that to for the market to make a big move. Okay, so the candle formation here is basically a bullish candle. What do you see that? So that bullish candle might keep moving up in the major direction. Alright, so being patient is the only thing that you can see here. Boom, big bounce. As I mentioned, it's made a huge bounce, and that made the price to go up to the resistance level that we talk about. So yeah, we can see significant bullish momentum. Okay, so we might see now the price is on gold is might be trending to the next liquidity zone before it drop back down again. So there is a gap opening on gold on the MT4 that I see. So that is bullish. That is bullish here. So there is a probability now to trend to this resistance before break below or before a retest. So we'll see. Are you guys with me? So there is a fake candle here. This green candle is a fake candle. We can see there is a primary rejection from that fake candle that was happened during the news, and from the daily, the price has got rejection here, very high chance that we might see the price will try to break any of this high before dropping down. We needed to see good move. What's happening with the GJ? This is the price has just broken that high. 30 minutes, 15 minutes, a big long doji. I think GJ might now try to stay down, really depending on how the price. So here gold is with a big long wick candle now. in a very crucial zone, guys. It's as you look at the 1 minute, very confusing somehow more often. So you know, someday are 90 pip done. Okay, very good. Semi open. Big mob was also done. Welcome, well done. Okay, so someday you have to be patient like this today, and you know, you almost run full session. Three hours gone almost. Okay, now tomorrow, if we look at the calendar, another big day coming, guys. Keep eye, and you can see the results has come out. This one is for negative for DXY. This is the why the you know, traders were waiting. So tomorrow CHF dollar, a big day, and also next day AUD. So gold will be volatile because of that. And yeah, we see that now it's trying to fill up that zone. Someday I like that I still be trading the whole New York session. If you want to join me also in the live trading room, in the VIP live trading room, you can join today on the mentorship program, where you can see all my trade, access all my trade with entry, stop loss, and take profit. And also you can access all my trading tools. You can have my guidance, mentorship, everything included on the lifetime access. If you want to only access my trade, also other plans available on the website. You can find link below this video. We have a couple of spots to take on the mentorship. Now today I would say that it's a slow day for us, though the market has started to move slowly. We'll look forward to have some trade coming in the session. Patience is key, guys. Don't be out of control. Be patient, stay focused, and the day is not doing very well, just let that day go, wait for the next day. With that in mind, thank you for joining me in this live session, a bit of longer live session. Tomorrow will be coming on live again in the same time. I would like to see you there, guys, trading together. Until that, stay well, stay happy. Before I leave, also, if you want to join our recommended broker, you can find link below this video. So with that in mind, thank you very much for joining. I'll see you again trading live together. Until that, stay well, stay happy.